Wondering if a friends with benefits relationship is worth it? Keep watching and we'll talk about when a friends with benefits situation is a good idea and when it maybe isn't. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that now and hit the bell so you get notified every time I release a new dating advice video for guys who want to go on more dates with the women they're really excited about. I'm Emyli, co-founder and head coach of emlovz.com, and sometimes I get the question, are friends with benefits worth it? And in my opinion, it kind of depends, I guess, but I think it's a healthy thing as long as everybody's on the same page. And you want to make sure you check in to see if everybody's on the same page because things can change as the relationship kind of grows or evolves. So let's dive into today's episode. When friends with benefits are not worth it. When it's a coworker. It can seem like a good idea at the time, but see, having a friends with benefits with a coworker or somebody who lives in your building is really running a lot of risks. Unless you don't really care about your job and you know if something bad happens, you're okay with losing it, then it's not that big a deal. But I wouldn't recommend being friends with benefits in the workplace, just because a lot of times one person will become more attracted to the other person and then there will be drama, and you just don't want to bring that into where you work. That being said, the same is true for someone who lives in your building. I personally have learned the hard way not to do this because then you're gonna see each other when you don't want to see each other. In fact, what if you have a friends with benefits situation and then one of you sees each other on a real date and gets jealous? It's just a little too close for home. You don't want any drama. You don't want the friends with benefits getting jealous and then talking to the person you're actually dating seriously. I would just avoid that for sure. When the person is a classmate, again, this can kind of be, I don't know, it's a little dicey. Classmates are not going to be classmates forever, so there is that. But if you have to see each other regularly, it might be a good idea not to do the friends with benefits thing until after that happens. Just in case there's drama, you really don't want to compromise your school or your workplace or the building you live in. When the person is a friend of a friend, I might recommend avoiding the friends with benefits thing as well. Because if it all blows up, you might end up losing an entire friend group, right? If somebody has to choose sides. So if you're going to do friends with benefits, I would recommend not making it a friend of a friend. When it's a vendor or a customer, I don't recommend doing a friends with benefits situation, because you don't want to lose business because of something goes awry with a friends with benefits situation. And with a customer, it's really an ethical issue. Depending on what you do for work, it's just not going to paint you in a good light. You could end up losing your job or your career. Nobody wants that drama. There's plenty of fish in the sea I would pursue outside of work. If you already know the other person wants more, a friends with benefits situation is not a good idea. I feel like a lot of us have been in this situation, and I think sometimes the other person goes along with it because they think they can change our mind. That's a really dicey situation to be in. That person is definitely going to get hurt, if not both of you, and there's no need for that. So I would just be mature and recognize if somebody likes you more than you like them, and I wouldn't recommend doing a friends with benefits situation. Now that you've learned a little bit more about when friends with benefits situations are not worth it, let's talk about when friends with benefits are a great idea that you should be doing. But first, if you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment in the comments below. When a friends with benefits relationship is worth it. Friends with benefits are great for people with one-nightitis. If you tend to laser focus on one woman and frequently blow it up, look, I've been there, I totally been there, too many times I've been there, but you might want to consider friends with benefits just to tone down your energy. If we focus too much on one person, or we find ourselves getting too attached too soon, or we're getting kind of clingy and needy, or people are telling us we're getting clingy or needy, a friends with benefits situation might actually help you to tone it down and to not ruin things with the women that you're really excited about. So if you're noticing that you're getting clingy, first things first, I do recommend reading the book Attached and learning more about your attachment style. Very likely you have an anxious attachment or some sort of insecure attachment, which can be changed. It's stable, but it can change, and it's really important to learn more about that. That being said, definitely for you, I would recommend a friends with benefits situation, if not several. Friends with benefits are a great way to refocus, rechannel your energy so that it's not just laser focused on one person, but it's diversified across either like 2 women or multiple people. When I was doing my dating experiment, I had friends with benefits, and then I had different people who I was dating who I saw like potential for more with. And that helped to keep me from going all in on one person. It helped me to get out those kind of physical things that needed to be expressed, which I think, sex is healthy and normal. So it's important to be having it regularly. And when we're single, that's not always possible. So depending on how you feel about that, if you're more comfortable with sex, if sex is not only for committed monogamous relationships in your view, then I think a friends with benefits situation might be a good idea. Obviously, if this is not something you're comfortable with, I'm not recommending doing anything you're uncomfortable with, but it can really help to refocus your energy so that you don't have so much pent-up energy. Sex and connection are basic human needs. And if we look at this example of Maslow's hierarchy, it shows that physiological needs, like sex, actually are at the very bottom of the pyramid. That means it's super, super important and critical to be getting that. And if we're not in a committed relationship and we're not getting sex, we're not super duper healthy, to be quite frank with you. I know this is a dicey topic because there's a lot of, different influences that tell us that sex is bad. But in my view, we're human, we're animals. I think it's a really healthy way to get out some of that excess energy, to actually find connection with someone and to be on the same page in terms of this is not going to turn into a long-term relationship, but we're enjoying each other's company for the time being. I think that's super healthy. Here are just a few benefits that a friends with benefits situation can give you. So the benefits of sex: emotional, it makes you happy, it relieves stress. In fact, bonobo monkeys, which are really close to us in DNA, they actually have sex to relieve stress, and it helps them to not be aggressive. It's like really interesting. Self-image, it helps with self-image. It also helps with intimacy. There's physical benefits: pain reduction, it improves your heart health, it improves your immune function, and it improves your fitness. So it can definitely benefit you. Friends with benefits also help to boost your confidence. If you are all alone, not dating anybody, or not finding a person for a long-term relationship, having a friends with benefits situation or several can actually boost your confidence because you know that you are desired by other people, and that keeps that in mind. Sometimes we get to thinking, especially after a bad rejection or a bad breakup, I'll never find the right person for me. I'm terrible. Nobody wants me. There's something wrong with me. This all or nothing thinking is like super toxic. And when you have friends with benefit situations, you have a constant reminder that somebody does like spending time with you. Somebody is interested in you physically and as a friend. And that's like pretty important because a lot of times we can get really discouraged, especially if somebody we really liked does not return the feelings. And having that friends with benefit situation to turn to can be really a good way to deal with the pain of rejection. Friends with benefits are damn good fun. Look, I don't want to be the one to say it, but it's fun to have sex and it's fun to explore physical intimacy, and we have to connect. Like, this COVID thing has made everyone see the importance of human connection. In fact, being single during COVID, it's like gotta be the hardest thing ever. You need human connection. We're social creatures. We've evolved to be together. That's how we survived. That's how we evolved. And having sex is fun. As long as everybody is on the same page and you're being healthy and safe and you're really communicating clearly with your sexual partners about other people that you're sleeping with, you're practicing safe sex, you're using condoms, you're educating yourself on everything that you need to know, you're talking with your doctor and getting regular checkups, then friends with benefits is super fun. Friends with benefits can be super trustworthy sexual partners. So if you have forged a friends with benefits relationship, hopefully you have good communication, mutual respect, and trust, the way a friendship should be. And if that's the case, then you can really trust and rely on the fact that that person is going to keep you safe sexually and you're going to keep them safe sexually. If you don't have that kind of communication, then I would avoid it, right? Because you want to make sure you can really trust your friends with benefits, because chances are both of you are going to be physically intimate with other people, and it's so important to be on the same page there to keep everybody safe. A friends with benefits relationship will help you really get clear on who you're looking for in a long-term partner. So when you examine your friends with benefits relationship, it's good to look at why you're not seeing them as a long-term potential. What is it about them that makes you enjoy their company? And obviously there's a sexual compatibility and chemistry, but what is it about them that is not lending itself to being a long-term relationship potential? In my experience, when I was doing the dating experiment and I had a couple friends with benefits, I would say that I had great sexual chemistry and got along pretty well. I'm thinking of one in particular, but I didn't feel like he could keep me safe. I didn't feel like he would be faithful. He had a tendency to not be faithful in previous relationships. And so he was kind of like out of the boyfriend category for me. Let's see about others. Others actually maybe were potential partners, but as time went on, I started realizing that we maybe had, like, I don't know, trust issues. Not that that's a good thing for friends with benefits, but I think that's probably what contributed to not turning into a serious relationship. Also, it could just be things like the job that he had made me feel uncomfortable, because it was like he was always going to be around beautiful women for his entire life, and you know, that just made me uncomfortable, I guess. So it really helps to clarify what you're looking for, because if you examine and you're like, okay, why wouldn't I want to be in a relationship with this person long term? Okay, that helps me really see how to not settle for something that's not right for me and still like kind of have your cake and eat it too. You're still benefiting and enjoying the other person. You're just not trying to lock it down. On another note, a friends with benefits situation can really show you what's truly important. When I met Tom, you know, I never realized how important it was for me to have somebody who is thoughtful in my life. But I would say, like, my friends with benefits relationships, they were definitely not at that level of thoughtfulness. And so, you know, using friends with benefits as a sort of mega dating process where you have like some friends with benefits and then you're dating other people, it really helps to shine a clear light on the perfect partner when you meet them. When I met Tom, I did have several friends with benefits situations, but Tom was like, stood out from the rest so much because he was so thoughtful and he had all these qualities that these people that I was communicating with just didn't have. And so it became so clear through comparison that he was an amazing potential partner because he had all of these amazing gifts that the other people didn't have. You know, he was thoughtful, he was kind, he was funny, he was present. He listened and remembered what I said. It was really attractive, and I would not have known how valuable that was if I'd only been comparing him to him, right? If I'm comparing him to the other people I'm dating and the people who are my friends with benefits, it becomes crystal clear what a catch he is. When a friends with benefits relationship is totally worth it. If you're coming out of a divorce or a huge long relationship, I think a friends with benefits situation is a great idea. You're probably not ready to get right back into another long-term relationship. So having that experience where you have someone you can trust and you can have fun with them physically, that's going to give you your confidence back. It's going to get you back to the old you or back to your best self. And I think it's a great idea because you probably have a lot of emotional scarring going on that you need to work through, and you don't want to bring that baggage into a new relationship. When you travel a lot, a friends with benefits situation can be super convenient because you don't have enough time to really put down roots and invest in a committed monogamous relationship, but having friends with benefits when you're traveling is a fun way to blow off steam and connect without any strings attached. When your work is crushing you, it's awesome to have a friends with benefits to blow steam off with. It keeps life fun and interesting and reminds us all that we're not robots. My God, let's not be robots, especially after COVID, people. Friends with benefits can be a great way to really keep yourself balanced so you remember that you have a personal life and you're not just a worker bee. when you're working on yourself. A friends with benefits situation can be a nice way to still keep the focus on you, not to give so much energy to a long-term committed relationship, but still you have that human connection, you get to have fun and be physical. But if you're really focused on improving your life or working on yourself, might not be the time to be in a relationship, and a friends with benefits situation might be much healthier. When you have kids, it might be a good idea to have a friends with benefits situation if you don't have enough time to devote to one particular partner anyway because you're raising small children or children who need a lot of your time and energy. Friends with benefits can be a great way to connect and to remember that you are a sexual being and not just a parent, right? How to transition from friends to friends with benefits? Well, that is a big topic that we probably can't get into today, but if you're looking for help with this subject, my team and I are here to help. Book a new client session with myself or a member of my team over at emlovz.com/book. In that new client session, we will talk about your dating goals, your friends with benefits goals, any of the obstacles holding you back, and we'll talk about how our coaching program may be a fit for you. That wraps up this video. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, and follow us on social media. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.